What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wild Willow. Before I get started, I'm going to show you guys something. So right here, I have an acrylic and Romark sign. Today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I put this sign together, and also we are going to go dive deep into how to apply your standoffs and how to mount this sign to a wall. We're going to go into LightBurn, and I'm going to show you guys how I place my markings for my standoffs. And this sign is a gift to a local bar in my community. They're also a very loyal customer, and I wanted to do something nice for them. So, helpful little tip for you guys. If you have customers that come back to you, do nice gestures for them, because it will just create a better relationship between you guys, and they'll want to come back for more product. So the material that I'm using right here is all from Johnson Plastic Plus. If you guys have not gone on Johnson Plastic Plus, I've preached it before. You guys are missing out. You need to go out on there and check out all the stuff they have. They have a whole selection for laser engravers. So yes, I cut this out on my Thunder Nova, okay? But you diode users out there, don't you worry. You guys can make custom Romark signs very similar to this. I have a video that I'll link for you guys. It goes into full detail on how to make a custom sign using Romark. I'm going to make sure that I link all the materials that I used today in the description for you guys. This sign was super easy to make and saves you so much time. I am not kidding when I tell you you don't have to deal with annoying, messy stains, the labor that comes with using wood, and lastly, the most annoying thing of them all, sanding. All right, now we can go get into LightBurn and figure out how to place our standoffs.
All right, we're about to get into LightBurn, but we got to get some measurements first. So if you don't have one of these, you must get one, okay? This is the most trusty tool I have. It's gotten me through a lot of jobs. I use it every single day. It is a digital caliper. I said that really weird. I'll link this one in the description for you guys to check it out. They're fantastic. I measure so many different thicknesses of materials all the time, every single day, and I use this bad boy. So it's gonna come in handy right now. So we're gonna grab our standoffs. It comes screwed together, unscrew it. We are going to measure the threads of the standoff and then the diameter of the face of it that you're going to see on the sign. So let's see what this is. Whatever your measurement is, jot it down. And then what I like to do personally is add 0.5 millimeters to that measurement, so that whenever you put this in, you have a little bit of wiggle room and it's not like forced in. The other measurement that we need, 19. All right, so we have our measurements. You're jotting them down. Now let's get into LightBurn, and I'm going to show you guys what you need these measurements for. So right here, this is the design that I have for the sign that I showed you guys earlier. Here's the locations here for my standoffs. And so we are going to do a simpler version because we're not going to go into all of that detail. So let's go ahead and start off with a square. And remember, this is just going to be a sign that is sticking off the wall. It's going to be standing off the wall. So we have our square here. Now we want to go ahead and do an inlay. Get your inlay. Do inward and corner and make sure that that's turned off because we want to keep our original project. And I did 1 inch. Okay, let's change this to a tool layer because it's just there to give us an idea. Now we are going to create a circle for our first measurement. So hold down Shift and drag, and that's going to make a perfect circle. So let's go up here, change this to millimeters. And our first measurement for the diameter of the face of the standoff was 19. So make sure it's set to lock, and we're going to do 19, enter. Now we can go ahead, grab it, and drag it over, and it should click right into place like that. Okay, now we are going to right click and duplicate and change this to the measurement of 10 millimeters. And remember, I added that 0.5 millimeters to have a little extra wiggle room. So let's change this to a cut. So we'll just do blue. So this is going to cut through And this is just to give you an idea of where your standoff is going to be laying on your sign. So if you have any designs, make sure you don't have it underneath it or butted up against it. So now that we have that, let's highlight both of those and group them together. And then we're gonna right click, duplicate, and then we're gonna drag and lock it into place down here. See, it locked right into place. Now we're gonna do the same thing for the other side. Okay, now you have it. You have all your stuff set up to where you know where it's gonna cut out. Everything is perfectly straight and you're good to go. So this one is done. Now we are gonna go ahead and use a different method, a method that I use the most. And we are gonna demonstrate it on a circle sign. So go to circle, hold down shift to make a perfect circle. And that is going to be our backboard, and we are going to do acrylic standing off of our backboard. So we need to duplicate this circle, hold down control so that it shrinks from the center. This layer here, we're going to do blue, that is going to be our acrylic. And then the outside is our backboard. So now we need to make a square. So go over to square, hold down shift to make a perfect square. We're gonna turn that to a tool layer because it's just for reference. So that's highlighted. Now we're gonna highlight the circle and come up here to center. And then if you want to change the shape of your square or your box in the middle, hold down control and you can drag it from any way and it will stay center. So I kind of want to do like a rectangle like that. Okay, so we are just going to go up here and steal what we already have made here since it's done. And the only thing that we are going to do differently when it comes to measurements is on the inside of our cut here, we are going to do another small circle that is going to be a fill. It's going to engrave, and that's going to be a marking point for whenever we screw through the backboard. So let's go ahead and make a circle. So hold down shift like that. That's highlighted. Now highlight this, go to center, and then let's make this just 1 millimeter. Tiny little circle. And then that's going to be set to fill, so that will just mark where we're going to have to do our drill or use our drill. We're going to group this together. Now, the easy part. So this is selected. Now you're going to hold down shift, highlight the box, and come up here to your alignment. And you want it to be hugging all the way here on the left side. And then we're going to come over here and bring it up top. Bam. Perfect. Duplicate this. Highlight the box, and then we want to drop it down there. Now we are going to highlight both of these, duplicate, highlight the box, and we want it to come all the way over here on the right side. So now they're all in place. We can go ahead and delete our tool layer. And now we have our drill mark here for engrave. We have our cut. So what I did here in these boxes is I separated each layer. So right here on this first layer, this is the acrylic here, and then I have my cut holes. And then this one here is the very backboard, and that is the drill mark that I mentioned, the tiny little circle that we put inside the two circles. So that is going to be engraved on there so we know where to drill. And then it just makes it a lot easier whenever you break it up into its layers. It looks less confusing, and it also will help you not mess up whenever you're going to do your cuts. It helps you stay organized. So just a little tip that I do. You guys can try it out. I used this method in a previous video with my Romark key sign. But yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. If you guys have any other ways that you do this, please leave it in the comments. I'm always open to hearing other ways. This is just what works best for me. It saves me a lot of time, especially that second option. That's usually how I do it whenever I'm trying to get everything lined up. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, just leave them in the comments.
All right, so we have our sign ready to drill our holes through the little dots that we engraved on here. Some of you might say, why not just cut it out with your laser? In my opinion, those dots are just so small. The laser's so powerful. I'm just too worried of like it catching fire or it melting the edges. It's happened to me a few times and it's just not worth the risk, in my opinion. Now we are going to use our handy dandy stabby tool. This thing is freaking sharp. I actually use this for so many things. As you can tell, it's very, very dirty. So on my drill bit here, I have just a really small drill bit. It's so small that I can't even read what was on it, what size it is. It's just really tiny. All right, now we're gonna go in with a little bit bigger of a drill bit and then we'll be done drilling. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and glue down our acrylic letters to our acrylic piece right here. So I engraved a stencil on the clear acrylic so I know where to put my letters. Some people use cardboard, but I didn't have any cardboard, so I just went this route. And make sure if you're gonna go do it this way, just whatever sizing you have for your letters, just make the engraving a little bit smaller so you don't see it when you stick your letters on. This adhesive right here, this glue is from Tap Plastic. I'm not sure if you can get it online or not on Amazon, but I haven't used it a lot. I did try using it on a previous sign, but the letters were really tiny and it didn't work out that good. So I ended up using CA glue. All right, so now I'm just going to finish putting all these letters on. So these are some of the tools that we're going to be using today, and I'm going to be using anchors because we're going through sheetrock. You're going to want to get a level that is wider than your project and go to your top holes that you have there and find center of each hole and mark it on your level. Now you're going to want to get some masking tape and rip 2 pieces and just lightly place them on the level where your markings are. So I'm working on top of a ladder, so I'm kind of high up on a wall. What you're going to want to do is find where you're going to be hanging your sign, make the level somewhat level, it doesn't have to be perfect, and go ahead and put the tape above the markings that you have on your level. All right, so the tape's on there. You're going to put your level onto the tape, make sure you're completely level, and mark on the tape the same measurement that you had on your level. Now you can drill your hole. Put your anchor in and hammer your anchor all the way in. So I accidentally did not get footage of me drilling the bottom holes. It's pretty much the same process. The only thing you're going to do differently is you are going to hang up the sign and mount the standoffs on the top holes, and then go ahead and go down to your bottom holes, put a dot in the center of each hole, take the sign down, and then you're going to drill your hole and then put your anchor in, and then now you can hang up the whole sign. All right, now you can go ahead and start screwing in your standoffs. Unfortunately, I didn't bring the right drill bit, so I had to use a screwdriver. Whenever you're screwing these down, don't fully tighten them. You want to get them all secure on there and slightly tight, but not all the way tight. And then once they're all on, then you can go ahead and start tightening them all down. Now you're going to get your acrylic or whatever your second layer is, and you're going to do the same process in screwing all the faces of the standoffs on. But again, don't tighten them all the way down until you have them all on there. Then you can go ahead and start tightening them all the way down. All right, so there is our custom Romark and acrylic sign. You guys, I hope you found today's video useful. If you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.